And even on our monitor, you can see the graphics. You can turn the sound on or off, so if you want to play it in the back of the library when nobody's watching. Now watch this. I can get my swing. I can choose my clubs. Got my 1 wood up here. Ready? All right. Ready? And I hit it. And whap! Let that baby go. Now, you see the actual happenings here, but you also see the placement of your ball on the overhead on the fairway.
Neat.
This would be such an appreciated gift for a golfer. It's T2045, the Super Pro golf game. It's brand new. It's one of the hottest items in the SHRP Image catalog, and rightfully so, because we've talked about this when we had Leslie Nielsen on with the golf video. What can you get for a golfer? It's a very limited scope of products. You can't get them balls, shoes, clubs. These are personal decisions. This will allow that golfer of yours to play golf, whether he or she's on the airplane. In fact, Richard Thalheimer was playing on the airplane coming in. It'll captivate them. It grabbed me because you have full control of your swing. You can judge how far you hit the ball, how hard you hit it. You can choose the clubs, everything from a 1 wood right through a sand wedge. And you know what? Even on this machine, my short game killed me. I got on the green in 3 and I like 15 putted. You know, it was great, but it was a hoot. You watch the whole thing going down. It's $49.94, but this is just one thing. We have so much coming up in the show. So many things. There's and probably the most innovative dog product I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Coming up. Also, the only ultrasonic jewelry cleaner that'll clean silver jewelry because it uses true ultrasonic waves.
Thank you, thank you as I extend my wrist.
Actually, may we borrow a couple of those
to clean? Of course you may.
This one, instead of vibrating, uses real ultrasonic waves. That'll be up so much more in the next hour.
I'll leave this with Carol Herco, and then you can grab it from Carol and just give it back to her, because these are actually the set of 10 bracelets coming up on Silver Savings, so I'll leave that with Carol.
We'd love to clean them. Anyway, $49.94 for the golf game, that and a lot more, with the founder and CEO of SHRP Image.
Cool.
See you next time.
All righty.
Bye.
All right, we'll see you. And in fact, speaking of golfers, we have a limited edition print coming up next that's available to you. Maybe you saw it during the Saks Fifth Avenue show and you've been thinking about it if you didn't get a chance.
It's captivating for a golfer. $49.94. And back after selling out on the last SHRP Image show, this is a heavy-duty mechanical clock built by the Vostok Clock Company for the Soviet Union's nuclear and conventional submarines. It has an 8-day wind movement. It is heavy. I wish you could feel it. It's about 8 1/4 inches in diameter, $69.95 while supplies last. And not too many of these are available to us. We didn't know we'd be able to get another shipment back for this show. RSI, repetitive strain injury, carpal tunnel syndrome, arthritis, bursitis, all the problems that can be compounded by doing the same thing over and over again. This is the PAIR Repetitive Strain Care Unit. It sounds an alarm and tells you when it's time to hold that pear-shaped massage unit to relieve you from repetitive stress injury, V2882. And one of the most popular products in the SHRP Image catalog is the snore control. You put this on your wrist, you set it for your own volume level, adjust that little sensitivity there to the left, and as you snore, it vibrates your wrist, wakes you up so you turn over and stop snoring. $59.95 for positive snore control. We also have your choice of treetop animated songbirds. We have a bluebird or a goldfinch for $29.94. These require 2 AA batteries, and they're sensitive to changes in light and will detect movement within a distance of 1 foot. So come within 1 foot of them, they start singing away. What a great thing to put right in front of your office. Maybe right on a little table as people walk into your office.
You're in Kansas. Your sister's in Washington. How are you going to get her her gift? Why, our Bill To, Ship To option, of course. Just choose any item you see on air, and we'll send your selection anywhere in the continental United States at no extra charge. And we'll forward the billing statement directly to you. When ordering, just tell us you'd like to use our Bill To, Ship To option. Give us the recipient's name and address, and we'll send the gift directly to that person. So whether your loved ones live in Seattle, St. Charles, or Kalamazoo, our Bill To, Ship To option makes gift-giving easy.
Dog was absolutely in heaven. I mean, We have almost 100 of our doggy vibrators ordered at this point in time as we welcome Richard Thalheimer back to QVC.
It's great to be here.
Great to have you, CEO and founder of the SHRP Image. I have been a regular SHRP Image shopper for so many years. I mean, when you want something that is state-of-the-art, something that you can't find anywhere else, it's in your catalog.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Like this. This is just about sold out as we begin the show. The Super Pro golf game. This is the perfect gift for a golfer. We've had, I think, maybe 4 or 5 items on this year that are wonderful for a golfer because you can't buy them clubs. You can't buy them, you know, bags or balls. They're pretty personal decisions. We'll go through here.
This is the demo mode that
Right.
goes into right away.
Goes in and it just starts playing itself. And then, of course, you can click it over and bring up your player. Now, what I liked about this, Richard, you can control your swing. You hit the little start button down here. You can also turn the sound off if you want to play silently in the back of the airplane while everybody else is snoozing, or
Exactly.
in the back of the classroom while you wish you were snoozing, if you would.
Did you notice you have your whole bag of clubs right here? And it'll give you the club that it thinks is appropriate, or you can choose to hit an iron off the tee, for example, or use your pitching wedge when you're got a short.
And it's non-judgmental because I said, I wonder what it would say if I put the pitching wedge off the tee. It let me do it. You know, I expected it to snicker at me or something, and I hit the ball, oh, good 10, 15 yards. Well, watch this. We start this. You'll see the swing come back. You can control the distance of your shot. You get the shot of the golfer and the overhead shot of the hole. And there are 2 courses, 2 18-hole
And notice it says that you're using the 1 wood, and you've got
Right.
440 yards to the pin.
All right.
Okay, so when you swing now, it'll actually show you how far the drive went.
Whap, you hit it again.
Okay.
And there she
Watch
goes.
the number on the screen there.
All right.
It'll say you drove 237 yards. That was your first stroke. You got 203 yards to go to the
Okay.
pin. Isn't that great?
What club would you use at this point in time?
Well, that was a 1 wood. Why don't we go for a 3 wood this time?
All right.
There we
Right
go.
over there. 3 wood. Okay, we'll get this. And 3 would still give it a pretty good chop here. So, again, the faster you push this button, you push this twice to control the distance of your swing. So we'll give them a pretty good whap.
So that drive was 179 yards.
Yeah,
That was
not
your
a-
second stroke, only 24 to the pin. You're quite a golfer.
No, you see, my short, I'm going to 14 putt, though. See, that's what I love about this. It's so realistic. Your short game still kills you.
You are an excellent golfer.
Well, thank you. Now, at this point, I guess I'd use the old pitching wedge, you think?
Sure.
All right. Let's use that. All right. We'll bring this around.
You may not want to hit it quite as hard.
Yeah,
this
give it
time.
about a half stroke. Yeah. Whap. And we are on the green in 3.
On the green.
On the
3
green
yards.
in 3. Now,
Terrific.
when you get on the...
This is so embarrassing. I played this on the airplane coming in. I was never that good, and I practiced and practiced.
Well, I got sort of hooked on it backstage. It's just about sold out. If it needs to be yours, it does absolutely need to be yours right now. T2045, it's $49.94.
You can play solitaire or 2 players.
Oh, wonderful.
Plate in the back. You
Oh,
might
yeah.
recall.
The mounting plate.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is that makes that work or not work.
Well, you
on there,
just-
but I'm not
yeah.
sure it matters.
You just push down and slide it, pull down, slide it out. This clock is in a mounting plate. It is a Russian submarine clock. It has an 8-day wind movement. They give you 2 keys, which is nice because you put one in the tool chest where you know it's always going to be, and then the other one you try to keep in the drawer somewhere where you think you can find it. $69.95. And this was quite a coup for the SHRP.
This is a wonderful story. You know, when the Russian submarine fleet was being dismantled because of the end of the Cold War,
Right.
they stopped putting these clocks actually in the submarines where they used to put them, and they're made to go down to 2,000 feet below the surface of the ocean, so they're really rugged clocks. And they weigh a lot, if you notice.
Yeah.
This is about a 6-pound clock. So we were able to buy them and bring them to the U.S., and they're just nice collectibles of the Cold War.
They are. I mean, each one has a Russian submarine right there, the emblem of a Russian submarine, and they keep, as you would imagine for a Russian submarine clock, they keep excellent, excellent time.
Okay.
In fact, it's an 8-day, 12-joule movement. They use those corundum, the simulated sapphires, as bearings inside, so you get absolute perfect timekeeping. This would be a great thing to have. I think we were kidding around the last time about folks that depend on their VCR for the time of day, so it's always right twice. It's always 12. Or
blinking clock.
Exactly. You have that electric clock. The power goes off this way. You'll always know what time it is. Plus, there are a lot of clock collectors out there.
There are. And when you get this, remember, we've made a special plate here that is for mounting it on the wall, so you can use it on the wall. And it comes in a really neat package, which has the Russian markings on the box.
That's right.
And a certificate of authenticity inside from the Vostok Clock Company manufactory in Russia. And it says made in Russia, and it's really authenticized.
It's a great collector's item when you realize that I did some reading of this. The average American home has 9 clocks in it. If you counting the VCR, 9 clocks. You think about it, there are probably some rooms in your house, probably your den doesn't have a clock in it at this point in time.
For a study or a guy's room, I think this is just the greatest collectible because it really is so rugged and so heavy, and it's just beautifully made with this heavy chrome metal bezel.
This is it. Now, this is how you mount it to the wall. You use this device. This is the plate that the SHRP Image specially made up, and you simply attach this to the wall. It's heavy enough. You probably want to use, if you're not putting it in wood, use some hollow wall anchors in plaster or in drywall, and then just lock the clock back into it. Oh man, I wish you could feel.
They don't make clocks like this anymore.
Not at all. And it's kind of fun to wind because when you do it, you come over here and you flip. Actually,
you need the key to open it.
Yeah, that's the key. Sure, that works. Oh, there you go.
So you just turn the key like a half.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear that's like hermetically sealed? You take that and pop it.
And this is itself. This front is a heavy chrome bezel with this nice piece of glass on it. It is quite a well-made piece of quality.
It is solid, and it did sell out in the last show, so we have this supply back. Now, keep in mind, they're not making these anymore, so it is eminently collectible at $69.95, H $79.59. By the way, our golf game, first item to sell out. We thank you for your calls on T2045.
Because you can pick it up and use it anytime for anything. You can use it for your neck, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Just to, you get it like you're getting a tired neck from anything, or shoulders. This doesn't have to be for your hands, even though it's shaped well.
Gift item, somebody who works in an office, you know, you think, what am I going to buy this person that's always hunched over their computer screen? This would be great for the hands, and as you said, for the rest of the body.
You know, one thing fascinating, this is an extremely well-made product. This product is equal to about a $70 or $80 product. And we were able to make a terrific purchase on these to be able to offer them at this price, because it truly is about an $80 quality unit.
It's got a powerful vibrating motor in it.
Well, it's rechargeable. You put it on the stand, it automatically recharges. You never buy a battery.
Oh, wonderful.
It's got a variable speed with the control knob right here, so it's completely variable from slow to high speed. And whether you're using it for your back, your hand, your neck, you can spend so much more and not get a massage made this well. It's just a terrific quality item.
And I love the alarm that's built into it, too. It'll tell you when it's time to take a little break from the tedium of the day and to use this.
Right, it's got these little green lights here, so you can set it to remind you 30, 60, 90 minutes to take a break, get a massage, especially if you're typing on the computer a lot. You want to take a break every 30 minutes and give your muscles a relaxing.
And it'll go off like that, and then you just stop it, take it, and use it. Now, those of you who do, and you think, I always say there's people who work with their hands. Who doesn't work with their hands? Anybody from an assembly line worker to a computer operator, and you can hear the power of that.
It's a very fine massager. It's really amazing that this product is $30. It's just amazing.
Ooh, yeah. But we'll be right back. Do this for about 2 or 3 minutes. This is great. For those of you who have folks on your gift list that go in and work every day of their lives, or for people that spend a lot of time around home knitting, crocheting, what a great way, because those are activities that can take you in, and you can forget that hours have gone by and you're starting to work less and less efficiently. It's a nice way to remind yourself to take a refreshing little break. massage your hands, the back of your neck, avoid a little bit of upper back strain as well.
It's nice the way they made this with the rubber inserts, the hard plastic. Of course, it has the cord because it's got to recharge the battery. The battery's built in. You never touch that or have to change it. This is made in Japan. Nice quality item.
It's a really interesting piece, and when you realize how much we've all heard, I mean, obviously the original idea for this was in the hands for carpal tunnel, RSI, repetitive strain injury.
And you read about that so much nowadays too.
Every time you open a magazine, it's something that'll provide the relief for that, but also provide relief for the rest of the body, and provide another kind of relief too, because I think one of the things the Sharper Image is dedicated to is finding things for people who used to be impossible to buy for.
That's true.
Yeah. When you realize there's probably maybe a couple of somebodies on your gift list right now that for $29.94 would appreciate this so much and use it every day, and it would become the kind of thing, I could see it being a groundswell in an office. Somebody would have it and the alarm goes off. And people say, yeah, what was that? And you say, oh, it's time for my hand
That's
massage.
our special price, $24.94?
$24.94.
That is a tremendous price. This product is so well made. People just will not believe it's that price.
When you pick it up and realize how substantial it is, and when you look at the base and realize it's a quality piece from the get-go, and a rechargeable massager. I mean,
I know.
To be able to get this anywhere it needs to go, absolutely.
It gives a good massage too. Really powerful.
It does.
It's a lot of power.
It does. You can hear that going off right now. I wish I put it against my microphone. You get the idea. I mean, this really will do the job, and never have to buy batteries for it.
It sort of looks like it goes with a computer too, doesn't it?
It does. It has that high-tech look for the office. For the computer operator, the knitter, the crocheter, V2882, $29.94. Still available, the Test garment bag, the one I've been putting through the acid test, and it'll hold a lot. And the more you use it, I found the more it will hold, and it's got a great capacity to start with. It's F2798. I'm going to put this on my microphone. You wear this on your wrist, and last time we talked...
This is a great item.
You told me this is one of the most popular items in the Sharper Image catalog.
One of the best items we've ever introduced. It's brand new. We've had it for about 3 weeks. We cannot keep these in stock. This is called snore control. And as I'm talking, every time I say something sort of loud, this thing is vibrating. The reason it does that is it listens to your snoring when you're asleep, gently vibrates your arm so that you will be forced to turn a little bit or shift your position and stop snoring.
What a thoughtful gift. What a thoughtful and also a little bit of a selfish gift. You give this to somebody and say, here, and they go, do I snore? And you go, well, not anymore, you don't, no. And it has a sensitivity control, so you can adjust for the real loud or the little wimpy snore, and it'll adjust to fit just about any wrist.
Right, you adjust this on your wrist. Let me just tighten this up a little bit here.
Okay.
And it's actually fairly, give me a little help here, Steve, so we started. Pretend you're my wife here.
All right. Right. You never take me anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
So you just put this on, you adjust the sensitivity. We've got a sensitivity control to adjust.
Right.
And that's the big knob. The little knob is off and on. That's all there is to it.
You simply need to add 4 AAA batteries, and you're on your way to getting a better night's sleep, and also the person who snores. Because, you know, the person who has to listen to the snoring complains, but the person who's snoring is also not getting a very good night's rest either.
That's right. You got to get into that deep sleep.
Into delta phase.
Absolutely. It's funny, as you're talking, I can feel it sort of pulsing my wrist gently. It doesn't bother you. It just is enough to be annoying to make you turn or change a little bit.
It's not enough to completely wake you up. It just, as you said, just disturbs you, and you just move over a little bit, change that position, and stop the snoring.
I got a very nice letter from a woman in Boston the other day. True letter. She said they were newlyweds. They'd been married about 6 months. This had really helped their marriage, and she thanked me. She said, you weren't at the wedding, but I feel like you're part of our wedding because you've made our marriage work. It's true. I mean, this product actually works for people and solves their snoring problem.
That's true. I don't think there's anybody watching who doesn't know a couple that might, especially certain times of the year, might sleep in separate bedrooms, not because there's a problem in the marriage, but simply because the one person who doesn't snore needs to get a good night's sleep while the other person's sawing wood.
That's right. There are very few snoring products that work. You know, you can go to the dentist and get fitted with something for $300 or $400. Other than that, honestly, I don't know a way to stop snoring.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Now, obviously, 95% of snoring is caused by mouth breathing and just being in an odd position. There is 5% of snoring that's caused by sleep apnea and other disorders. So obviously, something somebody should look into if it's been an ongoing problem for years and years and years.
Well, you mentioned sleep apnea. Now, that can be a very serious problem also, because you can actually lose oxygen to your brain when you're snoring too much.
That's true.
So it can be a very dangerous medical condition as well.
But it is so tiny and so unobtrusive. I mean, you put it on your wrist, you don't know it's there. And I have seen, I guess we've all seen the situation comedies where one of the spouses puts that device on with the chin strap and the thing. I mean, you look like R2-D2 by the time you're done. Who could sleep with that? You know, sure, you're not going to snore. You're not going to fall asleep. This thing's in your face like a catcher's mask.
Well, and that's one reason we designed this way, is we wanted a product that you did not have to put in your mouth, because a lot of people just honestly don't want to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is fun to wear. It's easy to wear. It's instant. You put it on the night you get it. Couple nights, you start improving because you break the snoring pattern.
That is great. We go to the phone lines now and say hi. Welcome to QVC. You're on the air with Richard Thalheimer.
Hi, Steve. This is Mary, and I'm calling from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Mary, let me introduce you to Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hello.
Dialing in for what, Mary?
I ordered the V2882, the repetitive motion product. That's just what I need right now. I work in a factory, and I've been doing a lot of overtime, so it's just what the doctor ordered.
You know, that's a really good point, because this time of the year, a lot of people are putting in, you know, those extra hours as you hit the last-minute Christmas rush and what have you. I bet you're going to get a lot of relief from this.
Well, I'm sure looking forward to receiving it, yes. It's just what I need right now.
You're going to take it into work and use it there with the alarm, and like every 90 minutes or 120 minutes or 30 minutes, go in and get a little relief?
Well, I hadn't thought about actually taking it into work, but that's probably a pretty good idea, because I could use it at break time and lunch, and hopefully alleviate the problems that I've been experiencing.
Well, you know, we have the man sitting right next to me. Could she charge that up at night and just take the unit itself into work for the day?
Well, that's an excellent idea. Yeah, that's very true. You could leave the base at home and just take the unit in your purse the next day.
Oh, well, that would really work out real well.
Yeah. And you don't have to keep wasting the money on batteries, which is nice.
That is.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Hey, I'm delighted we had it for you. Have you ever been a Sharper image shopper before?
No, I haven't. We don't have any of those stores in this area, so it's not anything I'm really familiar with.
I'm glad we could bring it right to you.
Well, so am I.
And thank you for the call tonight.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It must make you feel good when you hear, I mean, you got the letter from the married couple, and to hear a call from Mary, to realize that a lot of your products provide that kind of a benefit to people.
It's one of the most exciting areas right now for me, is to help create these products that solve everyday problems. That's really what we're working on most.
Excellent. Right now, the snore control is $59.95, and still available is that AccuVibe handheld massager. That is heavy duty. That'll get deep down in where the pain and the stress is occurring, and it's got a long handle so you can get into those hard-to-reach places. $89.95, V2429. I could see you putting one of them right in your office, right at a little table as people walk in, and as they detect motion, as somebody walks by.
There's a little hole right down here, and this is what actually detects the motion.
Oh, is that the darndest thing?
And they'll actually work about 3 feet out.
That is terrific. Your choice of treetop animated songbirds, $29.94. Be a fun thing if you had a cat.
These are adorable. Kids love these too. Notice the little heads move back and forth, and they each sing. They are just almost magical the way they work. They're so lifelike.
You have your choice of a bluebird or a goldfinch, and all you have to add are 2 AA batteries, and it's just motion. Just that little light sensitivity. When something crosses within about 3 feet of them, they start chirping. That is so lifelike, Richard.
It's really cute the way they do this.
That is the neatest thing.
And they actually go into a very low power consumption mode when they're not being animated, so they'll last for weeks
on one set of batteries.
Even if you leave them in the on position, because they really go fairly inactive until they're turned on by the motion. So we run these in our stores, and they go for days with people just doing them all day.
Oh, I'll bet that, and they're sort of habit forming. You say, hey, that's kind of neat to do that. You know, if somebody had a retail store, instead of having a little annunciator bell, this would be kind of fun.
Excellent.
You know, and you're sitting in the back office. Somebody comes into the store, you hear a little bird chirp. Also, be a great conversation piece. We have a lot of viewers who work in real estate or insurance sales, or an endeavor where they're always meeting clients or vendors. What a great way to break the ice, to have this sitting on your desk and somebody sits down. I could see somebody maybe working in human resources. You know, somebody sits down for their first interview and they're scared out of their mind, and they sit down and the bird starts to do its thing. It's gonna lighten the tension, lighten the mood a bit.
That's right. Well, the quality of the paint, I think, is very nice, and the way the heads move back and forth while they're singing, it's unusually good detail.
It is. It is, and it's the kind of thing, again, we talk about people on your gift list. We have a lot of folks who are wildlife collectors. Well, you say, okay, they have a lot of porcelain wildlife figurines. I probably don't want to buy one of those for them because I'll duplicate. Inevitably, I'll get something they already have.
That's right.
If
this they don't have.
Right. If they're a wildlife collector, what a nice addition. If you have some of the Jonathan Byrons we've offered or some of the Valentine figurines, this would fit in just so nicely. It'd be a little air of whimsy in that collection. Oh, they're fun.
Very cheerful.
That'd be kind of a fun thing. I mean, we're into a heavy cold and flu season in a sick room. If somebody's recovering, might be nice to put it where they're going to detect the motion, somebody walking out of their bed or what have you. I like your words. They're very, very cheerful.
They really are. Just a delightful product. The quality on these is very good. Not just the paint quality, but the durability is very excellent.
Well, the sound quality, too, is superb. I mean, those are actual digital recordings of songbirds just being replayed, so there's nothing electronic.
Well, they put that on a microchip, so there's no moving part in the soundtrack.
So nothing to wear out.
Nothing to wear out, and yet it keeps running over and over and over. It's just amazing.
That's a neat thing. Both the bluebird and the goldfinch, $29.94. Now, in addition to these, we have something that has a little bit more functionality to it. We have the motorized tie rack, the 2457, and I own one of these, having quite an extensive wardrobe of neckwear, tie button ties along the way. It's a great way for a guy to keep his tie organized. And Richard, it's what we would expect from the sharper image, because I had a tie rack when I was first out of college, and it was this cheesy plastic thing that you had to bolt and screw into the wall, and it ripped half the drywall came out with it. This hooks right up to your clothes rack in your closet.
This is very easy to install, Steve. You just use these two hand tighteners right here, put that over the tie, over the closet rod, tighten the two pieces, and that's all there is to it. And then it also comes with hooks, so that if you have the metal shelves in your closet, you can hook it right to that. And then you put in a couple batteries.
Right.
Push this button.
2 D-cell batteries.
2 D-cells. And then we call this the quiet drive. The reason we call it the quiet drive is this makes virtually no noise. People's complaint about this type of product, if they have one, is it wakes up the wife, unless the wife's wearing the ties, in which case she wakes up the husband. But this one is made to be quiet, and it is quiet.
It is whisper quiet. I mean, the one I had that took the drywall down sounded like a cement mixer backing up. I mean, this is very silent, very smooth. You just push it.
It goes both ways.
Both directions, too, so you don't have, if there's a tie way over here, it doesn't have to go 360 degrees. The furthest your tie will ever have to travel is 180 degrees around the arc. And the light is great, because in the morning, you know, your spouse is sleeping. You don't have to disturb her. You just push the button, and as you push it, the light comes on. You can see which tie, which color is going to be right with your suit and tie, or your suit and shirt that day. And it not only works for ties, but also for belts.
Well, I was going to say, you can hang belts on these little hooks. You can hang scarves. It's really quite useful for more than just neckties.
So this is actually, since it holds 60 neckties, a husband and wife could share this. The husband could have 30 neckties, and the wife could have some of the scarves around the flip side. So everything will be centralized, because I think it will be funny to take a camera into people's homes and to see how guys keep their ties. Most guys throw them over these cheesy wire hangers, and there's this one wire hanger that's bowing in the middle because it's holding so much weight on it, and you're tearing through your ties in the morning and say, wait, which one? Okay, no, not this one. Oh, wait, I know there's a black one in here. Wait a minute. You're delving through. Half of them fall on the floor. You wind up being late for work. this is a nice way to keep yourself completely on track, keep yourself organized, and get somebody a gift that can't miss. If there's a guy on your gift list, he's wearing ties. And if he's wearing ties, he's probably got them all over the place. This will centralize them. This will save him time. And for $34.95, all you have to do is add 2 D-cell batteries. And it's up and running. The light, the quiet motor, and the fact that it hooks right on either to a closet shelf or directly onto the closet pole, which is where I have mine.
Now, people always ask, well, how long do the batteries last? And I have to tell you, I've been personally using these for years, because we make them, of course. The batteries will last easily a year.
Wow.
That long.
Excellent. Right now, V2457, it's $34.95. But stay with us, another half hour of Sharper Image products still to come.
Happy holidays from QVC. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Warner Brothers Studio Store, Mr. Daffy Duck.
My company has authorized me to offer, at slash prices, this complete line of laugh provokers.
That's right, Daffy. The world's looniest tunes are coming to QVC. Saturday, find Bugs, Porky, Tweety, and all their friends in the world television premiere of the Warner Brothers Studio Store. Make this the merriest of holidays with gifts of character and bring a smile to someone you love. The Warner Brothers Studio Store is coming to QVC. Be sure to drop by. Join us for the premiere of the Warner Brothers Studio Store, Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, only on QVC.
Marina Sirtis, ship's consular Deanna Troy beams aboard for our next 2-hour journey into the Star Trek universe. We've got a feeling you'll find great gifts for all the trekkers on your list. Watch the Star Trek universe with Marina Sirtis, Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific.
We're back with Richard Thalheimer, founder and CEO of the Sharper Image. This has been so popular. A couple hundred of these have been ordered already. It's the Doggy Vibe Dog Massager and Grooming Aid. It's $29.94. All you're going to have to do is add 2 C-cell batteries to this. And you know what? Every year, people who have dogs buy those cheesy mesh stockings with the bones that are probably made 25 years ago and what have you, and the dog turns his nose up at everything. What a terrific Christmas gift for your dog.
This has been a real hit because dogs like this. In fact, we even did a video with one of the dogs that belongs to someone in our office. I brought along with me. I want to show the videotape if we can, because this dog is a perfect example of a friendly, loving dog, and you want to give a dog like that a wonderful present.
That's right. That's right. And for under $30, now this you said is Brandy.
This is Brandy. This is Sydney's dog. Brandy's a sweet Labrador or Golden Retriever.
Right?
Yeah. And you could tell he really likes this because it's stimulating, it's interesting, it's a way of interacting with your dog that's fresh and new.
Oh, yeah.
And he likes it.
He's digging it. And it has 2 different heads. It has one for grooming and one for stimulating. I mean, look, he's just like, oh, yeah, oh, do it some more. And I love it because this comes along with a book about helping your dog to relax, written by Dr. Richard Polsky, that tells you how to get your dog used to this. You turn it on, let him sniff it for a little while, let him kind of get the feel and the flow of it, and then you're reducing stress. Now, I have to admit, when I first heard about this product, I thought, oh yeah? But then I read the book and I realized dogs are under a phenomenal amount of stress. They really are. When you think about it, most dogs are home alone 8-10 hours a day. If somebody did that to me, I'd be stressed out of my mind. I mean, he can't work the remote control. He has nothing to do but sit there and, he sleeps all day. You come home, you want to spend some quality time with your dog, and I love the fact that they have a grooming tool on here. And this just snaps off. You can either groom or just help to stimulate.
It's nicely made. Yeah.
It really is. You turn it on. It has 2 speeds, a low vibration, and a high too. really help your dog to relax. Your dog has so much environmental stress as well as true personal stress. I mean, just from running outside. I was reading the book that Dr. Polsky has, and he was saying that a lot of dogs, especially people that have dogs that for centuries have been bred as hunting dogs, and now they're indoor family dogs, and the dog's like a human who lost his job. He's saying, wait a minute, I can't hunt anymore, I don't have my job, and the dog has stress as an animal. This is a smart idea.
I want to be sure to mention, by the way, this comes in a delightful package. So if this is a gift by any chance, the person getting it will be thrilled. The package is really funny.
Now, that's a great point, because, you know, if you can't think of a gift to give someone, if he or she has a dog, bingo.
They're going to love the packaging this comes in. It is so cute.
Oh, that's great. Look, oh, Brandy's just digging it there. Oh, in very limited supply right now, V2881. And also, the Russian submarine clock. After selling out in the last Sharper Image show, it's $69.95. Stay with us. Lots more Sharper Image products coming up. This also sold out in the last Sharper Image show. It's the only ultrasonic cleaner. That's a bold statement to make, but we've offered quite a few on the air. None, though, that were high quality enough that would clean gold, silver, gemstones, everything except opals and pearls. Any porous stone you would never put in here. But it does that. The reason it will work on silver is that those really inexpensive ultrasonic cleaners, they're not really ultrasonic at all. They sort of vibrate.
Most cleaners use vibration. This uses true ultrasound. So it just literally zaps the dirt out of your rings, especially if you have rings with a lot of intricate stuff to them, or you wear neck chains that pick up a certain amount of skin, flakes and dirt from your neck. Unavoidably, it's going to do that, or makeup, you know. There you go. So this is the only one that uses ultrasound, really zaps the dirt out, and we brought along a videotape of someone cleaning their glasses. We did this actually in our office, because most people's glasses pick up a certain amount of, you know, just stuff from your skin. So I want to make sure that we show everybody this videotape. It is really impressive.
You'll see how gentle it is, because it will clean your glasses. It'll clean your very intricate, it'll clean your silver and marcasite jewelry. Look at the glasses. Imagine the body oils that build up under the nose pads and what have you.
Steve, look at this. You see, it looks like smoke. That is really just the junk that you accumulate in your daily life when you're wearing your rings or your glasses. You accumulate skin, you accumulate makeup, oils, dust, pollen, you name it. And this is what everybody is carrying around in their glasses, their rings, their bracelets. And it's so easy to get that out, but you've got to have the right tool to do it. And this is the product.
It has a high and a low setting. All you do is use ordinary tap water, and if things are really dirty, just a little drop of dishwashing detergent.
That's right. You don't need any special solutions, which is one of the nice things. Just put in a drop of any dishwashing liquid is fine in tap water.
That's terrific. So the problem has been, because people say, well, how come the older cleaners wouldn't do silver? Any good silver jewelry has a rhodium plating on to give it durability. The cleaners that shook, that vibrated, would actually vibrate that rhodium plating off. This won't. The ultrasound just goes through and just gently massages the dirt off and leaves everything intact on this. So even your vermeil, if you have anything gold-plated, this will do a fine job on that as well. And that, when you think of people on your gift list that are jewelry lovers, it's nice to get them jewelry, but again, sometimes that can be a very personal decision. So you say, well, I don't know, do they already have one of these, or is a ring too personal, or, you know, do they like gold or silver more? This way, the white gold, yellow gold, this solves the dilemma. You're giving them a high-quality product, one they're going to be using for years and years and years, one that's going to give them a lot of extra wearability from their jewelry.
The thing else funny about this is if you are a guy and you like to work on your car, your motorcycle, and you tend to accumulate grease on your fingernails, you can just stick it in here and it takes the grease right out.
Are you kidding? Right under your fingernails?
Yeah.
That's great. It's the ultrasound waves.
Isn't that funny?
That is quite a piece. Now this, like I said, last time we had a SHRP image show, this sold out to the piece. We knew this would be the last show we'd be having before the Christmas holiday. So think about the people on your gift list. And I think we can turn it off right now and pull the jewelry out. Okay.
Now, this is also the only jewelry cleaner that has a normal speed and a high speed. Most of them just never have the power to get to a high speed.
Look at this. This is silver jewelry that we tossed in some of our customer representatives and backstage folks. Just grab some of their silver jewelry. Can we get a close shot of this just to give you an idea? Check this out. I mean, it comes up showroom new. Silver, gold, gemstones, vermeil, you name it. Comes up looking that brand new. Let me grab a ring very quickly while we're here on the close shot. Look at that. Into that intricate diamond cutting on the ring. Looks brand new. So will your jewelry. They're just about gone. V2431, $79.95.
This Friday evening, it's Christmas at Kenneth J. Lane's, and you're invited to spend 3 enchanting hours with Jane Rudolph Tracy and Kenneth himself. Together, they'll present this lovely crystal watch, exquisitely designed with 3 rows of square crystals set in a golden finish bezel. This dressy timepiece is perfect for gala evenings out or at home. It features a white watch face adorned with black numerals and golden finished hour hands and has quartz movement. It's been so popular in previous presentations that it's sold out every time it aired. Now back for the QVC price of just $69.50. Item number J17454 will be our featured headliner this Friday in Christmas at Kenneth J. Lane's, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Because there's more to Christmas than traffic jams and checkout lines, QVC brings the holidays home, where they belong. This year, stay home for the holidays.
I hold a week's worth of clothes in this, and it hasn't broken a sweat yet. I mean, you could really put a lot more in this. It's one of the finest garment bags in the world. Comes with a shoulder strap. I've been traveling with it for a couple. By the way, the ultrasonic wave cleaner is completely sold out. We thank you for your calls on V2431. Richard Thalheimer personally designed this because of all the traveling you do.
Yep, and the first thing you notice is there are 16 screws and bolts up here holding the strap and handle, because people go crazy when their luggage breaks when they're traveling. So we wanted to eliminate that possibility completely. This is the most durable bag you can imagine.
This is actually, you can see that's the tag, because this is the one I have been using. I have been checking this, which usually is death for a bag, and it's been holding up fine. It's a 600 denier poly canvas.
Because people want the look of canvas, but they want the durability of a synthetic.
Now, I'll bring this up. I'll hold it in place, and why don't you...
oh, you got a lot of stuff in here. Now, you notice every pocket faces up, so you can live out of this bag, if you want to, without ever having to unpack it.
Right there to the side. Okay, in here,
You've got a ton of stuff in here.
Got a couple of sweaters.
You see, you got a mesh pocket here for dirty clothes, and a plastic pocket, like if you're in Hawaii or something, and you want to put your wet swimsuit in there.
Exactly. I just threw a shirt in there to show you that.
You got a couple of pockets down here, and here I went to the extra length to give people room for even size 13 shoes. If you got 13s like me, they'll fit in there.
Right.
Now, on the other side, you notice there's also pockets that all face up, so no matter what you unpack, nothing falls out. These have Velcro attachments for extra.
So you get extra grab. We'll throw that down there. Okay. Right. Pair of slacks, and can we...
Another big pocket up here faces up.
Plenty of room, too. I mean, I lived in this for an entire week, and it was the only bag I took. This and my notebook computer was...
So what you're getting is you're getting a bag that's very lightweight to carry through the airport, and yet holds as much as any garment bag ever made.
All right. Would you do the honors here and do the grand unveiling for the The full,
Oh yeah, the inside.
the full compartment.
The
I think we're down. Yeah, I think we're down there
now
at the
you
very
put your
bottom.
zippers at the bottom. See, we give people 2 zippers, and I usually leave mine right up here at the top. Both zippers.
And you can put a little padlock on it if you wanted to.
That's right.
And now, those of you who doubt the capacity of a garment bag, check this out. 1 men's suit. All right? 2 men's suits. 3 men's suits. Sport coat and slacks.
That's with heavy hangers too.
Yeah, with heavy plastic and wooden hangers, and there was still room for more. There's a Traveler on your gift list, bingo. This is such a logically, there's finally a suitcase that works, and we've all been looking for one for a long time. And Roger, we have time to go to the phones? Okay, the test garment bag is $129.95, F27.98. So much room, and of course,
Has the SHRP image signature lining, which I think is a nice little touch. So if you happen to show it off a little bit, it looks great. It's got the 2.
right?
Most people just have 1 of these in their garment bags.
Now we also have, in the remaining time here, we have a carry-on bag, and the carry-on is the same sort of logical design you would expect. It has a wire frame around the bag, so it holds its shape no matter what kind of things you put in it, and it's huge. It's 20 by 9.5 by 13 inches.
Got the nice padded handle. Both of them have very well padded handles. This one lets you put the 2 straps together and clip it together. It's got a lot of room, and I love this feature. Let me show you how the double zippers pop out here. So you can get a big loading area all at once. That's a nice feature in a bag.
Tons and tons of things. I mean, this, for that impromptu weekend getaway, made out of the same 600 poly canvas, 600 denier poly canvas.
2 nice pockets at the end with Velcro to put your paperback book in or whatever you want to throw in. And you got pockets on both sides. Actually, 3 pockets on this side, 2 big ones and a small one.
Excellent. Excellent.
And then you got another pocket on the other side.
That's right. Let me turn it around.
So a lot of people use this like just also to go to the gym, to go to work, to put in your trunk of your car, to put all your junk that you've got in your car trunk. There's a lot of uses for this bag.
There are, for a fact. All of that for $69.95. It's F27.99. Keep in mind, the carry-on is available, and also the garment bag as we go to those phone lines again and say hi. Welcome to QVC. You're on the air with Richard Thalheimer.
Hello, Steve. And
Hi there.
Hi, Richard.
Hello.
Hi.
I didn't buy the clothes bag, but I did buy the doggy vibrator.
Who are we talking to, by the way?
Oh, I'm Evadna Kramer from Bradenton, Florida.
A pleasure to meet you, Evadna. Now, what lucky dog's going to be getting massaged?
Noodles.
Good name. Good name. What kind of dog is Noodles?
Noodles is a red Cocker Spaniel.
Oh.
Oh, and he has a high IQ, 875. He can almost talk.
Oh my gosh.
If we'd had him one week longer, he was given to us by my daughter, and if she'd given him to us 1 week sooner, he would have been talking by now.
Oh my God. Oh gee. Well, Noodles is going to be in 7th doggy heaven.
Oh, he is.
This is, I mean, you'll be grooming him and giving him that massage. And does Noodles spend some substantial chunks of time alone sometime during the week?
Well, we're in the process of moving, so he has to, we have to go out and shop, and he has to stay at home some of the time. So I think he's kind of stressed out right now.
It'll help.
Good. And when you introduce the doggy vibe to him, just, remember, anything new in the dog's life, you want to just give him a chance to get used to it.
That's true.
Yes.
The book is invaluable. It'll take you through step by step, showing you how to introduce the doggy vibe to your dog.
For example, you don't put it right on its face. You start, a little bit further away and let it smell it first and sniff it so it gets used to the idea of something different coming into its life.
I think that'd be just great.
Well, it'll be a nice Christmas present for Noodles, and thank you for being on the air with us today.
Oh, thank you, Steve, and y'all have a very Merry Christmas.
You and yours do the same
Both
thing.
of you.
Thank you.
I think Noodles has a very nice owner.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Very nice owner.
Noodles is a lucky dog to have you.
He is actually a lot of dogs. Hundreds and hundreds of those have been ordered so far. Right now, the Vitesse carry-on bag, F27.99, is $69.95. Wait till you see the alarm clock. It's coming up next. By the way, the garment bag gets a thumbs up from me. Last garment bag I owned was $275, and it's not spit on the shoes of this garment bag. I can't believe $275 out the window. It disintegrated within about a year and a half. This thing, 600 denier poly canvas. It's a very expensive looking bag for $129.95. They were playing the tape back to make sure what I said.
9:53 p.m.
Is this great? Now watch what happens when it talks.
9:53 p.m.
This is a kick.
Oh, this is
one of the most fun and controversial items we've ever had. People always fall for this. It is so funny.
It's an alarm clock. You ready?
9:53 p.m.
That's the wildest thing. It has a digital clock down here. It's an alarm, and what I like about it is it tells you, watch.
Alarm on.
When the alarm's on, or
Alarm on.
whoop,
Alarm on.
then or there.
Alarm off.
When you put it through the center, the alarm is off. $39.94. You're going to need 3 AA batteries, and they should run you, what, about a year or so?
I would say a year.
About a year.
These things don't use a lot of power.
No.
This is so funny in many different ways. First of all, the clock sits on your table, you know, just on its 4 legs like that.
there.
So you walk up to it any time you want to know the time, you just touch it.
9:54 p.m.
So you walk up to it and just push on it.
9:54 p.m.
This is, I mean, what a hoot. What a hoot in the home, in the office. This is the kind of a thing. If you have people coming into your office, the birds are cool. This is outrageous. Look at this.
It's got a couple different options as well as the alarm.
9:54 p.m.
Oh, that's
For example, you can leave it in the chime mode, where every hour on the hour, it will announce the time.
Announce the time.
Yeah.
Oh, would that be wild? You're sitting there, you know, you're having that meeting in your office, and, you know, all of a sudden, the clock starts to talk.
9:54 p.m.
Or bring this out New Year's Eve and set the alarm for, you know, maybe, 12:45 or so, you know, 45 minutes into the new year, and people are going to say, you know, one more, oh, no, thank you, I've had enough, the clock is talking. This is a scream I have never seen, and I mean, there are clocks that talk, but none with a voice that clear, and none with the lips.
The lips are
move.
hilarious.
This
It is
is
so
great.
funny.
It's sort of like the Mick Jagger clock here.
9:55 p.m.
Oh, that's wild.
It is hilarious.
That is,
Very cute.
9:55 p.m.
oh, and when the alarm goes off, it announces the alarm time.
Right.
And does so incessantly until you turn it off.
That's right.
So maybe there's somebody on your gift list who has a very difficult time getting up in the morning, and yeah, they have those really loud,
Or
brash
quite
alarm
frankly,
clocks.
they can't read the time without their reading glasses. That's what.
Good
You know,
point.
you get up, you fumble for your glasses because
That's
you want
right.
to know what time it is. So instead, you just reach
Boy.
over in the dark
That's true.
and push it.
I need one of these. You're right.
9:55 p.m.
I mean, how many
You're
times?
half asleep. You don't know if
That's
it's
right.
time to go to work yet or not. So you sort of sleepily push your arm out there and
That
check the time.
that is a
You
wonderful.
don't even have to open your eyes.
That is a wonderful idea. Again, the kind of innovation you'd expect from the Sharper Image, the Talking Lips alarm clock for $39.94. If you're a clock collector, a must-have as we join Karen standing by at the QVC lucky number machine.
A new 4-digit lucky number is drawn every hour on the QVC cable shopping channel. Every time that number matches either the first 4 digits or the last 4 digits of your QVC membership number, and you notify us by phone that you have a match before the next lucky number is drawn, your QVC account will be credited with 10 shopper dollars, and you will also be automatically entered in all 5 of the next day's $1,000 QVC shopping spree drawings. If you don't already have a membership number, get yours now. It's completely free, no purchase necessary, and there's absolutely no obligation. Just call toll-free 1-800-345-1515, and a QVC membership number will be assigned to you on the phone.
p.m. 9:57 p.m.
And wish I could make it say the lucky number. 0338, Karen, thank you. 0338. Phones are very busy for the Talking Lips alarm clock. $39.94. You were so on the mark. I mean, I think of how many times I wake up in the, I don't know if it's the middle of the night or if it's, 15 minutes before I have to get up. And you know, where did I put my glasses? I don't know. I just...
that. Especially in the wintertime when it's dark in the morning and it's dark at night.
Right.
You never know what time it is in the morning.
Very good idea. We're out of time. We've had some sellouts, so let's give you a rundown of everything still available here in our second Sharper image, our very popular and in short supply right now, the Russian submarine clock, $69.95, H79.59. The Pair Repetitive Strain Care Unit, a cordless, rechargeable massager for just about any part of your body, $29.94. The Snore Control, think of what a thoughtful gift this would make, V2691, $59.95. Brand new to the show tonight, those treetop animated songbirds, the bluebird or the goldfinch, $29.94, M1398. The motorized tie rack, which is such a convenience for both men and women, $34.95, V2457. No installation required. It just hooks right onto your closet pole or right onto a closet shelf. Extremely popular, and this is fun. The Doggy Vibe Dog Massager and Grooming Aid, $29.94, V2881. Two different heads available for that. Fido will love it. The Vitesse carry-on bag, $69.95, F27.99. Lots of capacity, get you away for several days. And this, I have personal proof that gets you away for at least a week. F27.98, the Vitesse garment bag, $129.95, a bag you'd expect to cost about twice what the Sharper image is asking for that. And the Talking Lips alarm clock,
9:59 p.m.
$39.94, and the AccuVibe handheld massager, $89.95, V2429. This was fun, Richard. Thank you.
Oh, I enjoyed it so much. You know, I love all these products. You can tell that I do, and
You can.
the enthusiasm that we both feel for them. It's just fun to present them.
Well, look forward to having you back into the new year. Happy holidays to you and your family.
Thank you, Steve.
And thank you. If you're on the line for any of the products, stay on the line. Been admiring the watch I'm wearing, this Princeps chronograph, just one of the Princeps watches, coming up with Kathy Levin. I'll see you tomorrow at noon with our last Swiss Army knife before the Christmas holiday, noon Eastern time. I will see you then. Princeps watches next.